According to the announcement from the Chief of Staff of the Iranian Armed Forces, the October 1st attack targeted the Nevatim Air Base, which houses F-35 fighters, the Hatsarim Air Base, where F-15 fighters are stationed, as well as strategic radars and Israeli forces stations in Gaza. In this video, he says, "This is the sky over Gaza. We do not know what is burning in the sea, and they are very pleased with the scenes they are witnessing." It has been announced that the Mossad headquarters was also attacked, but it appears that only one missile landed near the Mossad's main building in Tel Aviv. All these images depict the same event. Of course, we will never know if this missile was actually a mistake or hit there as a warning. This video is of the missiles launched at Nevatim base. Several defensive missiles were fired, which should have been somewhat successful, but the number and speed of the attacking missiles was so great that many of them hit the ground. It is unclear how many missiles were fired at this base and how many were intercepted by Israeli defenses, but it seems that all the explosions visible on the ground are successful hits. A group with access to satellite images has identified 32 strike points on the map without releasing the images. We also have more detailed images of Nevatim base showing several strike points. These images show impacts on the F-35 protective hangar area. In one image, a missile has hit one of the hangars, destroying everything inside. These images are from the northern section, where several hangars were struck. In one of the images, a hangar is completely destroyed, and it is said that a reconnaissance plane was inside. Two other missiles struck nearby, which appear to have missed their intended targets. However, at Ovda base, the accuracy was much higher. 7 missiles hit this base, where F-16s are stationed. Note that each of these hits targeted a fighter jet hangar. In one image, 3 impacts can be seen, one next to a helicopter pad, and 2 hitting the base's vehicle parking area. We had seen similar scenes from Iranian missiles in exercises, so we expected pinpoint accuracy. However, overall, the results of this operation suggest that missile accuracy decreases with distance, perhaps due to jamming of navigation systems like GPS and GLONASS, something they need to address. The Americans informed the Israelis through their satellites that Iranian missiles were being prepared, and the Israelis did not sit idly by. They likely scrambled their fighter jets and military aircraft as much as possible so they wouldn't be on the ground. Therefore, it's uncertain whether the missiles that hit the hangars destroyed any fighter jets. Another point is that the Americans saw through their satellites that more missiles were prepared for launch around the Iranian launchers, and the next wave of attacks would be heavier. For this reason, neither the Americans nor the Israelis have responded to this operation so far. In this operation, 200 Charter-2, Emad-2, Emad-3, and Kebar-Shekan missiles were used, with the star of the attack being the hypersonic Fattah missile. The Charter-2, Emad-2, and Emad-3 missiles are all liquid-fueled and belong to the older Shahab family. The Emad family was the first Iranian missile capable of guiding its warhead until impact, and it was introduced for the first time in 2015. The Emad missile is vertically launched and uses liquid fuel, but the other missiles fired in this operation are solid-fueled. In this operation, the Kebar-Shekan-2 missile, with a range of 1,800 kilometers, and the Fattah one were used. These 2 missiles have the same first stage, which we see in this image. The second stage of the Fattah missile has a liquid-fueled engine with a movable nozzle that ignites after separation from the first stage and also performs maneuvers to evade enemy defenses. Its range exceeds 2,000 kilometers, and its speed exceeds Mach 8, which is why it is called hypersonic. The important point about this attack is that these hypersonic missiles, due to their high speed and maneuverability, managed to penetrate Israel's multi-layered defense system. I had a video of this, and it is even claimed that an Arrow defense system was targeted. The Israelis had been warned in advance and evacuated potential target areas, which is why, according to their own statements, there were no casualties in this operation. Unfortunately, the falling first stage of one of the missiles caused one injury, making the individual perhaps the unluckiest person involved. This incident shows that the first stage should have a parachute to prevent its fall from harming innocent people. This operation was a drill so that both we and the other side could assess our capabilities and weaknesses. While Israel had threatened to respond to Iran's operation and bomb Beirut, the Iranian foreign minister and then the Speaker of Parliament immediately flew to Beirut, which was indeed a bold move. Israel's attacks on Beirut continue, aimed at assassinating Hezbollah leaders and hitting ammunition depots. Ground invasions in the south are ongoing, and the assault on Gaza, which has been going on for a year, also continues. We'll have to see if Israel will finally respond to Iran's attack amidst all these conflicts. Thank you for your attention and for the time you gave us.